from the ACCUSTATS Arena at Caesars, Southern Indiana. Welcome to the 2023 Derby City Classic. It's the 24th edition of the All-Around Pocket Billiards Championship. Thank you. Very good. Thanks, everybody. Pool's most exciting event is proudly sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, by Simonis, and by Aramuth. We'd also like to recognize our great associate sponsors from Outsville and Master Chalk, and our great tournament direction team from Bad Boys Billiards Productions. Once again, our thanks to the Caesars Southern Indiana for being great hosts for well over a decade, and thanks to all of you for supporting our DCC family all along the way. Still in one pocket, still in round 5. Probably under 100 players left of the 429 that began. Let's get right to player introductions. From Lithuania, playing in his second Derby City Classic, sponsored by Mez Q's, Action Palace, and Town Billiards, let's hear it for PIJUS LABUTIS. His opponent from Angeles City in the Republic of the Philippines. Let's just say he's a DCC legend, and let that be enough for now. Let's also say he's a worldwide legend, and let that be enough for now. He's a member of the One Pocket Hall of Fame. He's a member of the BCA Hall of Fame. Sponsored by San Miguel Beer, Puyat Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of all time and the most famous name in the game. It's the magician, EFREN Reyes. Okay, guys, go ahead and lag for the break. We're going to send it up to the comm box right now to Bobby Chamberlain and a special guest, the Kentucky Colonel, Nick Varner. Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay, guys. Nick, we got the lag here.
Yeah, we got a great match here. Any match that EFREN in is a great match, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, you know, we got a young 21-year-old straight shooter who plays straight pool at a very high level against a guy that plays the game of one pocket at the highest of levels. Race to 3, anything can happen. I do believe that there's no doubt in my mind that EFREN's going to have the moves, and for the youngster from Lithuania, I believe that he's going to have to jump out to some type of lead to be able to hang with EFREN early.
Well, I think his best chances are if the balls stay down on that end of the table where they're racked. I think if it gets where they're not down there pretty close to the pocket where you can run a lot, I think he's going to have his hands full here.
Uh-oh. Well, that don't happen too often, but it did happen. The cue ball rolled down, hit the corner ball, come 2 rails and stick into the side of the pack.
I think he might have left a shot on this one where he can either he can maybe stop pretty close there or draw up a little bit to the right of the 1 and maybe kiss that 1 in off the 2 off that second rail.
Off the back of it. If it gets a little nudge, he tried.
Well, he was playing more for position for the 1 rather than trying real hard to make the 1.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think it would reach the speed he shot.
No, but he started a smart shot. He didn't try to get too cute and try to play position for the 10 and kind of smack it forward a couple extra inches. He was just definitely playing to get a ball near his hole. He wasn't really expecting to get a great kiss off the 2, but, you know, it's a shot that you see playing straight pool every now and then, so he was aware of it.
He may find himself like froze against a 1 here.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, too. I do believe you're right. EFREN's walking around. I don't know what he could be doing unless...
he may be going to take him up table here. Yeah, and a lot of 9-ball players might think about going for this 1, but these tables, these are, what, 4 1/4?
Yeah, they went from 4 1/2 to 4 1/4 this year. They are tough.
So that distance is even more powerful on a tighter table.
I believe he shoots. I think he's given himself the green light. You don't want to worry about who you're playing, but I believe he is the underdog. I think he should be shooting.
I don't like shooting.
I
'cause
don't
I
e-
don't
I
think
don't
he's
either.
going to get a shot if he makes it. If he could get a shot, he has to. Hey, there's not much room to get over here.
He's going to kick behind it. Well, that's a good shot. Went a little far with the cue ball. He made the one available for a kick. You got to watch kicking here because it does leave some cross banks. So if he is kicking, you imagine he's going to be kicking to the back left of the ball to be able to hit the rail and come back up and have a stack block if he can bounce the one over, or kicking extremely soft.
Yeah, you can kick this soft or firm.
Yeah. There's the cue ball. There's the stack. And that's why they call him a magician. He just has a buffet of incredible shots. He's just seen so many of them.
Well, he certainly got his opponent on in a defensive posture here. I mean, he's not really in any trouble, but there's nothing too aggressive he can really do.
Yeah.
He can maybe come off the 8 possibly and get close to the corner over here. He just needs, but he could leave a bank.
Oh, he wants to try to get behind the 2 if it's possible on the back side of it. He left him. We left Efren flat on the 1, so there's no shot there. So
I think he's going to bank that 1 cross corner, maybe.
well, it's a good shot because he can put the cue ball up tall by the 7. Just get it near his hole, and it might actually turn over, right?
Well, and he might leave it up on the rail.
Parallel to the 7.
And he even was able to play position in case it did fall.
Yeah, very smart shot. Well, I think this shot here
He
is
can
going to...
dig that one out, I think. I think he can go rail first off the bottom rail and stick the cue ball. That's one option anyway, unless it's too close where he might double kiss that 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to take a look at the 2, but he's not even... Actually, he's looking so much at that 1 ball, he hasn't even appeared to even look at the 2 for a cross bank. And if he makes it, there's not a lot of reward. But if he has problems kicking this ball out, he might make another decision.
Well, if he goes for the 2, he's going for a shot where he's probably going to be behind 3 or 4 to nothing if it don't go, and the most he's going to get is the 2.
Yeah,
I don't
no
like
reward.
that too much.
Well, he did. Well, he got lucky and hit the bottom side of the 2. I mean, the 1, which was a good shot. But like you said, Nick, there's no reward there. It's a 1 ball, and that's it. And he's even got a tough clear here.
Well, he could actually make this 1, but there's it's not laying that bad to make the 1, but I don't know if you can stop the cue ball in time. It looks like it's too thin, so.
I think he's going to bank it back to the stack toward the 4, just with a little bit of speed to hold it.
Well, you don't want to hit that 8.
No.
Now here, a lot of people would bank at this 1 for their hole. He might run into the 6. Of course, you don't want to run into the far side of the 6 because he might scratch in that corner. But
well, I'm not sure. I think he should just put the cue ball on the back rail here and hit the 1. All right. Well, the key thing, if you all watch this during the match, is good players will leave balls near rails. Great players will leave you closer to the rails. And when you leave a person up against that rail, they just don't have the ability to hit down on the ball or spin the ball with left or right like they normally would. It makes the game difficult like that, don't it, Nick?
yeah, it eliminates your options when that cue ball. The closer you get to that rail and in the bank pool, you notice that big time. Leave it 3 or 4 inches off that end rail in a safe, and versus froze, that's a big difference on making them long rail banks. He may take him right back in the stack here off of 13.
Yeah, I think that rail means a lot, I can tell you. Over the years, all the times that we played, you sure left me on the rail plenty.
Yeah, I always called that the go bar. You can leave your opponent often enough on that, you get the gold.
That's a good thought. All right.
I think he let him see that 6. Maybe not. Those stripes might have it blocked.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Looking at the monitor here, it looked like he can hit it.
I'm not so sure. I think he's looking at banking the 13 toward his hole. I don't know if he's going to go into the stack to do it or just try to get it on the other side. But certainly whatever he does, he should hold the cue ball up if he's shooting this stripe. But if he can clear the 6, that's what he'd want to do.
He may be kicking 2 rails underneath the 6.
Sending it toward the 8, toward the stack?
Yeah, but that's a no, he did
if he hit the stack,
good.
he would have fouled.
Boy, he did real good with that. Sometime in one pocket, the power of one ball is unbelievable to have on your side. A lot of times it keeps your opponent from taking you all the way to the end rail, leaving you distance. Of course, since these pockets are 4 1/4, that's nullified a little bit, taking you up table. See, I don't see what's wrong here. One option, you could bank that 10 for your hole or bank this one and put him on the end rail on either one. Looks like he might be.
He's trying to turn this ball over. He did turn. Look at this. Just enough to get past the 7 and not quite hard enough to get down there, but, it's not a tough spot. I mean, he's in a spot to where he can do what we just call the first thing is a simple shot, and that's obviously put the cue ball on the back rail, and your trap might get worse. He can kick at the bottom side of 13, 2 rails.
Could even bank the 10. I doubt if he'll do it, but he could bank the 10 for his hole and go 3 rails, leave a cue ball on the end rail, 4 rails.
Well, Nick, this people don't have the experience you have for sure, but I see what you're talking about.
The only problem with that, the reason I don't really like that is, of course, you might get a bank on that 13 behind it if it goes, but I don't like if I had his pocket over there. I'd like to figure out a way to get these balls loosened up.
Well, he's going to go for what we call the simplest shot.
That was always Eddie Taylor's advice. He said, when you're in a tough spot, always look for the simplest thing to do.
Well, that's what I teach people that. Look for the first thing to do that's simple, then look for what's the most rewarding and find yourself the best percentage.
But I think he's let him, he can at least kick it to 6 and take away all threats that he has as far as his side is clean now.
Well, I mean, he's looking at maybe trying to shoot the 1 ball maybe and putting the cue ball back to the center diamond on the back rail again. I mean, there's your first simple shot to shoot, beside trying to nip the 7 and somewhat of that and leave on the back rail. But that 13's in a nice protective spot when you got a whole stack of balls that's blocking it.
Well, the one simple thing to do here is come off the left side of the 1 and just put it underneath the stack of balls.
Yeah.
But that's not moving very. I think you need to move the 13 and maybe kick at it 1 or 2 rails there with speed and get it away from his hole.
Yeah, he's doing your shot.
But
no, he did the simple.
See, now he's just digging a deeper hole. Now he's going to be probably on the end rail or against a stack.
Efren's looking at to see if the 11 went off the 4. It does not.
I don't know if he can bank that 7 if he's got a path. Evidently not, because he's thinking about coming off this 13. He could even play this 2 rails, but in his hole.
He's got some running spin on the cue ball here.
Almost made it.
Yeah, I mean, that ball, when it hits that second rail, it does come straight across. It doesn't keep a fading angle, so it will appear that the ball will not go to the back rail. It kind of looks like it dies out where it goes straight across, or it might look like it kind of rolled up or something. But certainly the angle, what happened is the angle just held it when it comes straight across.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a narrow angle, but he could have got a little closer to that corner pocket, so I think he could have made it if he cut it a little bit more. Get a little closer to his opponent's pocket and
Running to the bottom side of 13. How did he hit it? Well, with that 13 laying flat, you think he tries to kick this out? He's up against the rail, or just submit the one ball and put the cue ball go up against the 7?
I just give out this one unless you can double kiss it
How
out
about
of
send
there.
the cue ball toward the 7 and stick him with the pack?
Yeah.
There you go. That's a great shot.
Well, he's protecting on that 13. This way, that 13's a big threat.
Still is now.
I'd just kick at it and try to hit the second rail, the end rail, and I'd hit it with speed and take that 13 out of there. I wouldn't kick soft.
If he kicks at this 13 using a long rail, then we know he's played a little bit of street pool. I mean, a little bit of one pocket, I mean.
Yeah, I would kick at that 13 with speed and get it away from the hole. Of course,
He can roll the cue ball, roll into the 6 here and force EFREN to back cut the 13 too. I mean, it's not right in front of the hole. If he got the ball all the way to the side rail, right?
Yeah. That is, that's kind of a safe. That's kind of just a pure safe. I don't like those unless it's a last resort.
Well, the good thing about it is no matter what he does, there's only really one ball loose at this point.
Right.
So the best EFREN can do is make a ball and then push some other balls around on the next shot following.
Yeah, but if he makes a ball and gets on over there close to where that cue ball's at now, he can really move some balls and freeze him against something and really put him in a bad spot.
Let's see if he's going 2 rails to this ball. Let's see if
I
he,
don't
let's see
like
if he
this at all.
Let's see if he makes a good hit.
I think he did.
Shot
Now
a great shot, but he's going to be back in the
Now he
same
leaves
spot.
a free shot on the 6. I mean,
Well,
see, I'd rather kick the other way.
EFREN might put him back over where that 7's at again, and not shoot the 6.
Yeah, there could be something dead over there too. That 11.
The 11 wasn't quite hitting the 4. It was close though. I thought it was close. He could still do it anyway.
He's thinking about it, but
But
he's
he-
got a lot of good shots. He can bank the 6. He can freeze him on the other side of the stack.
Well, the thing
or
about it, he's not
he
kicking.
can kick a stack.
He has to hit the 7 square because he's not going between 2 balls to hold the cue ball. See? I didn't like that. But it did work out. It's going to be hard to get this ball up underneath, clipping the 8 and going that direction. So I think he's going to shoot the 11 and bank it to the 13 maybe, Nick, and slide the cue ball sideways. What would you do here?
Well, I'd look to see if I could twist it in, maybe cross it and twist it and make it, and maybe clip the 13 a little so you got position. That's one thing. Or you can take him all the way up table and try to drive the 13 toward your pocket. And
That's what I like.
one thing, the way those balls come out, they come out in his favor. That 4 and 8 are definitely laying good if he can ever get on that side of the table. Yeah, I think I like banking 11 into the 13.
Yeah, I like sending the cue ball up to the diamond just before, draw it sideways, right up before the side. Well, I think he got lucky. He's a little fortunate here.
Yeah, he got lucky he didn't leave a cross corner, I can tell you that.
Oh, or did he? Does the 8 go in?
Maybe.
Tough one to shoot. We know one thing, if he's shooting across bank, he's the favorite.
I think he's going to move that 7 to. Well, that's one option he has anyway, is to move the 7, or he can come off the 7 and put him in the stack,
Yes.
or just put the 7 in a better position. Yeah. I don't know if he left him a double kiss. Boy, if he didn't, he's got, man, he could do some damage if he can cross this 11 and get position on the 8-4. I think he's got a double kiss.
Yeah, no, I mean, it appears to be, but it's so far from the pocket, I don't think that it will kiss if he's used a little inside. Not too bad. He'd like to have been a little closer. Efren's finally looking up table, but now I don't think the 6 goes past the 7, so.
Well, I think he could bank the 7 toward his hole. Or the 6. So
Well, when the
put
6
it in position.
The 6 can come near the hole. I'm not sure that ball would. I don't think it banks. So
Well,
gonna
not for the hole.
He's going to try to turn the 7 over and,
Yeah.
and put the cue up short of the 10. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That could have been tragic.
Wow. he made a ball in the other guy's hole and got away with it. Wow. Maybe taking a look at that 12 ball going toward the hole too. But for right now, he's got a problem is the 8 ball, and I'm not sure he can get past that 13 to get to the 8. What's the simplest shot here, Nick?
The simplest shot would be just a bump of 6. Or just chip. The problem is that 7's a dangerous ball. Whenever you get a ball like that, it's hard to defend. That 7's really making it complex. So.
Yeah, soft kicking the 8's really a tough shot too.
Yeah, I like that. I think maybe soft kicking it, or else chipping. Well, I like soft kicking. He's spinning
Yeah, this is
off,
too far.
but, yeah, I mean.
This is some like Efren's special here. Bank the 7 across, clip a piece of the 12, and roll the cue ball up by the side pocket. Unless he can turn it over completely too.
He's looking maybe at kicking at 11.
Hitting at 2 rails.
Yeah.
What good is this?
Yeah, that's not too good there.
He's at a tough angle here. Efren gave up an 11 ball. He's at a tough angle. Can he? I don't know if he plans on playing shape for this orange stripe past the side. It's tough to get there, but I don't think he can really spin unless he can go and spin back across and miss the 3 and get somewhere near the second diamond and cut the 7 next.
That's what I would do. I
that what
would
you would
come
do?
across right above a 3 and play the 7 next. Well, if this went, but boy, now
No. Ooh.
I don't like this shot.
I don't either. I agree. I mean, that's exactly what I said. I mean,
That's the bad thing about going up there is now he might have been able to cut the 7 in and still got on the 13. You know what I mean?
I do like your shot there, coming back across and just trying to avoid the 3 and play the 7. Worst case you're going to do is back cutting at 7 is hang it. Let's see how straight he shoots and get to the 8 ball for the cross bank.
Wow, that's a good shot there. I don't really like that shot, but boy, he made it look easy, huh?
2 strokes and in. All right, let's see if he stiffs this 8 in and holds for the 7. A plus there. He's playing for 2. And he's got the 7 in front of him. So you don't want to disturb any balls here, I would think, Nick. So do you play for the 6 ball bank or the 10 ball bank, one of those?
I like to play really here for, if I can, for that 6, but he looks like he's going to play for the 10. Because when you play the 10, you're going to come over to this rail unless you shoot hard and draw it into the 6. That, if you're going to play this, I kind of like going ahead and shooting with speed.
I'll fully commit then instead of trying to play to hang it or make it.
Plus, that's not going to go. But
missed it by 5 feet.
Plus, yeah, all he can really do is cross this toward his hole.
Well, Efren was
I don't think he can. he can't do anything with that cluster of balls. But he's not such a big underdog here because the balls are all in play. You know, I've lost 1 million games where I run 5, 6, or 7, and all the balls are in play, and then if he gets a shot at one of them balls when they're loose and breaks out the rest, or if they get broken out.
Well, that's the
See,
key.
you're not a super big favorite here, as people think. They think you're stealing here, but
Efren's going to have to chip away with some balls here. He's going to have to. Something's going to have to give here. If this youngster stays steady and just leaves one ball out till something happens, and maybe he can outlast this rack. He's got a humongous lead this game. How about this shot, Nick?
yeah, that's pretty nice.
And stack coverage.
I think he can kick 2 ways here at it, whichever way he likes the best. But boy, he can't sell out on this one.
Yeah, he can sell a crossbank for sure.
This way.
Again, if he kicks
he needs to hit this one pretty good to keep from leaving a shot.
You get the pack to cover him. That's not any good.
That's why you might consider on that shot crossing it and just trying to move a 6 over to the middle of the table off the end rail. You know, that way, unless you hit it real bad.
All right, well, we got 1-0. Okay, and breaking.
Labutis is ahead.
And it's his break too.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, not knowing anything about his one-pocket game, what did you give him for a grade his first game?
Well, his real strength was probably the winning shot was that ball where he got froze on the rail. Shot making, I'd say, was his biggest advantage. Most people that are one-pocket players probably wouldn't have even shot that ball, especially on these size pockets. So that's always the dangerous thing. If you play a guy with not much one-pocket experience, you really don't want him shooting at the hole.
Well, I think he did. Yeah, I think he did great. I don't think that Efren really had him in too many traps that were too hard. He did kick at that 13 very good. That was about the worst trap I can remember that he was in that rack. When he kicked that at 2 rails from the back, the long rail.
Yeah.
Well, he won, and handily, I'm going to give him an A for his first game. But he just wasn't putting too many hard situations, and Efren left him an open table twice that was wide open too. That 11 ball was really, I think, the closing point to that particular game.
Well, it's hard to argue with a W, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got a few million of those yourself. Let's see if he brings the cue ball up a little bit. No, it stayed down. Now, Nick, tell the fans how you would like to break. What's the ideal break that you really would like to have?
Well, I'd like to break a little closer to the rail, but it seems like on this table, I'd be fairly happy with this because I want to get the balls open where if I can get a shot, I can win the game with one shot. That would be my... I like to get them open instead of like the last game. They all were pretty well together and
yeah, it had a stack of like 8 or 9 balls there to most of the rack, right?
Now here, I think I'd kick it to 7 from my hole. And if there's no dead ones, I think I'd go all out trying to make that 7 and send the cue ball all the way to that long rail and then end up on the end rail about the first diamond or between the first 2 diamonds.
He's
Can he
elevating.
hit enough of that 7?
Well, I didn't know he could, but evidently he could. Well, maybe EFREN's going to try to kick the 8 in, and
He's going to bank the 8, I think.
yeah,
for
I mean
his
bank
pocket.
the 8 and go into the 15, just so in case
Yeah,
he
you
hangs
got to
it.
decide here where you're going to go. It depends on this 8's not.
He's got to send a cue ball into the off the
2.
back rail into the 15 or the 2.
I think if you're going to play it, he's a little close to the rail to spin it that much. Oh,
He's going to have to hit a lot of inside if he's going to hit the back rail and go toward the 2 ball.
yeah.
Yeah, he did hit it. Look, that's a great shot. Wow. And position. So that's why he went by the 2, so he has 2 balls facing his hole. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's why it didn't make any sense to hit the 15, you know.
Well, if he runs into the 13 here, because I'm not sure he's going to run into the 10, or maybe he can just draw back. I like just trying to draw back and get that 15 for sure.
See,
But
that 13's going to be hard to get to move very far.
yeah, it's full on the 4.
You know, you really got to pound it and maybe draw. You really got to hit this hard
It's going to come back toward the 1.
and draw back. See, if you go forward, he might not got a shot. The key there was to come back
Well,
with the cue ball.
he's going to have to go into the back rail and tap this 13 so he has a shot at that 4 ball and that straight beside it. Just like that, and hope he gets a shot.
Well, I don't think he got a shot. He got a little too far forward. He wanted to hit that 13 a little on this other side, closest to us. But
Well, if he does got a shot, it looks like he's going to be going into the 14 ball, which obviously
guess
could
maybe he
end the
does
run.
have a shot
Yeah,
here.
he's going to go into the 14. He's going to hit it with some outside or inside. I'm not sure which way he's going, trying to kill it. Look at this, off the 14, back across for the 10. That's a great shot. All right, that's 4. Wow. I thought he was going to spin up for the 11. This combo must look good then, huh?
well, he's got a shot on the 3 and the 1 too.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go after the 11 and forward, then he gets in the cue ball by the 6.
Yeah, no matter what he does here is missable.
Yeah, yeah.
And boy, the way those balls are laying, it's going to be. He's not going to have an advantage if he misses here
He's
in
got to
this
think
game.
a little bit of a two-way here of some sort. Yeah, see, he's saying there, he's looking at, can I get toward the 11? He better make sure he pockets his combo. That's a little short. That's a lot short.
That didn't work out too good.
No. He's still shooting. He's playing for 2.
Well, he could cut the 3 in.
He could cut the 12 cross corner, send the cue ball into the 9, but there's so many
Yeah.
open balls. The 3-1 plays for your opponent. I would say the 2.
I think the only danger on that, playing the cross corner, that's probably what I might do. But double kissing the 9, and then you want to be sure you hit that 12, where if you don't make it, you don't leave him across corner. You want it hung if you don't make it.
He can then just play in conservative and play a simple shot here, too. There's only really 2 simple shots that I
Well, you
see.
can kick underneath the 9.
That's right. Just butt it up against the 12 and make sure you get to a rail. What was that?
He wanted to hit that too thick. He wanted to overcut it, not undercut it. So what's he need, 2?
Yeah, he needs 2, and the other guy's got 7 balls loose, 6 balls loose for short that he can grab if he pockets his 3 ball and tie the game.
We don't have to make his first one.
If he makes the first one, he's
Yeah,
off
he
to the
did.
races. Ooh, this is kind of weird. He wanted to fall a little more straighter on the 2. Now it's going to be hard to. You see that he can shoot the 2 and snag the cue ball sideways?
Yeah, but you can't hit this too easy here when you draw it. You don't want to tie them up. You got to try to get as high as you can here.
Yeah, I mean, cutting the 9 and hitting the cue ball thin on the 12 is tough.
Well, maybe you can pinch it and almost not move it. I see that.
That's exactly. Well, you know what? He got fortunate a little bit. It's not great, but he is shooting.
That's why on that I liked hitting it firmer and try to get the cue ball, draw it as high as I could get it.
Yeah, when he shot the 13, I like a full commitment there to make sure that I'm putting the cue ball out toward the table spot, that I would make sure I have the perfect angle for the next one. Well, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to have to shoot the combo unless there's something else.
He is a little fortunate that this combo lined up pretty good here.
Yeah, he's going to have to shoot the combo and play position for the 1 ball.
Only thing that's tough on this combo is controlling the white ball.
Yeah. Does 11 pass?
I don't think he can.
Yeah,
I can't tell if the 11 goes by the 1 or not.
Let's see if he pinches a little bit, because the 12's going to have some movement. Well, I think that's going to be an L there.
Now, is he going to come up for the 11 here?
I don't see him punching out the 9 or anything. I think he's just going to go straight up and down like you're talking about for the 11 ball next and win the game. How'd he hit it?
Pretty good speed.
Yeah, I think so.
Awful good speed there. Because even...
I think EFREN's a little tired. It's just not a classic EFREN that you would see.
That happens sometime when you get tired. Like you didn't cut that ball enough, and a lot of times when you get tired, you can't seem to cut the ball enough. So you might have hit on a key point there.
Well, he's looking at banking 11, being a great rotational player. I figure you just come out below the side, back across for the 6, but he's going to go back and forth with the cue ball, then play a bank on the 11. It looks like. Well, he missed that one.
That's what you call not committing.
Yeah.
To the shot and aiming.
Yeah.
That was like he already took that one for granted that he made it.
Okay. They both laugh. And it's now 1-1. It's going to be EFREN's break. I really felt like he should have stayed away from that 11 ball and committed to that cut shot coming down the rail and go back and forth across to the 6. He just kind of laxy-daisy it, hit it with some middle ball, think he's going to go back and forth, and he overcut the ball.
Well, I don't have any problem with going back and forth, but you do have to, 4 1/4-inch pockets, you do have to commit to aim a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if he goes back and forth, he's going to fall in that angle where if he makes the bank, he'll have the 6. But the only bad thing about going back and forth for that 6 is, you're going to be coming in. Yeah, both side pockets.
Yeah, that's true.
Both side pockets are in play, and then if they're not in play, that means you're going to be long on that 6. If you cinch it, I kind of like what he did there. I mean, you know, in that case, I think the best advice is no matter what decision you make, commit 100% on making that ball.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that he didn't really commit to aiming hard at that ball. He kind of acted like it was a hanger.
Okay, we're going to have a player timeout. Labutis is taking a... All right, we're back live now. We've been on, but now the players are back. Labutis' shot here off of EFREN's break. EFREN's hole, if from y'all's angle there, is right where Labutis is right now. So he's trying to find a way here to get out of the break trap.
Well, he can kick soft at the 13. He can kick at the 3. What do you like here the best?
I like kicking at the 3 because the 13 may not get a rail. Because it's just, you might hit the back of it and then not get to the rail.
Well, this might be the best of all if he throws him on the 13.
Well, he's just going to owe one. You got to drive a ball to a rail after contact, which he did not do, and that was a penalty. He's on 1 foul, and he's -1. EFREN might take a foul here himself and put him on the other side of the 8 ball.
Yeah, he's trying to freeze him on the 15, and
didn't get there.
He might be able to come off the 9 here and.
Oh, they both owed 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pat just pointed out that the rules of this tournament are the 2 fouls nullify each other. Well, you got to shoot the 1 here.
Yeah. Well, if you're turning the ball over, you send a cue ball just past the side. You're just trying to roll it. You get it all the way to the back rail. He turned around. He didn't like it, but I think he might go back to shoot it anyway.
Yeah, he acts like you don't like this. The problem is if you make it, you're froze on the end rail. So, but you're probably better off. This is one you're probably better off not making. Just get it close.
Should bank it toward the 7. 1 rail toward the 7, not the hole. Oh, he turned that over.
He went all out to make it.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. That ball snapped off that back
I like
rail.
that decision. I like that. He was playing position where if he rolls it in, he probably can't get another ball. This way, he might get a few. It's a little tricky, this shot for position.
Yeah, it's hard to get this ball between the 4 and 9, or underneath the 9 is really even harder. I think
may
he
have
should
to go with reverse here between.
Just tap the 2 and play the 13 next.
Yeah, very nice.
That'll work too. He'd love to have the cue ball make right where it's at now to shoot the 13. I mean, after the 13. But he's going to have to draw this ball up underneath the 7. He's got to make sure he gets there, though. He did not.
Still got a shot on the 9, though. Got a bank.
He's got enough to hit it.
And I think he can get up high enough maybe to miss the 15 maybe and get on the 2 or 7. That's a pretty good bank here. I think the only reason why he's taking time, he's aggravated. He hit that 7.
Still thinking about it. He's going to have to put several tips of left English on this ball and making sure it hits the back rail and spins sideways. He put plenty on it.
Well, do you dig it out of there, hit the long rail with low and maybe a little right and try to send it into those 2 stripes and hope something comes out on your side, or you think that's too risky? You might end up leaving something may come across.
Yeah, I just want to clear the ball, and I want that cue ball to stay somewhere right about where the 9 is at now. Just get that 9 up somewhere near the 7 and leave the cue ball right where the 9 is. You might leave a long shot like that, but I would say to my opponent, good luck. I'm glad I'm leaving you that and not the 4 ball.
Well, I don't think you can shoot the 4. You're going into the whole stack to open it.
Yeah, no. If he had left him a little farther up, he would have left it. Here's EFREN trying to turn another bank over. And that's the key thing. You don't always have to make the ball. You just got to get it near your hole.
That's a surprising thing about this game. Sometimes the simplest shot is the most powerful. Like in that case, he's got it close. So that's a big threat.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's forced to just shoot the 7 and put the cue ball on the back rail. And let EFREN put him in another jam. I mean, you can bet one thing, he's going to. EFREN might go for the stack kill here. Go to side rail and back into or toward the 8 ball in the stack. No, just a simple one.
He's protecting on that 9. Well, lots of things he can do here. He can chip the 15 easy. He can kick it to 9.
The kick at a 9, it's, yeah, he can. He definitely can.
He can even kick hard at the 9. He's looking at maybe trying to bank his 12 toward his hole.
The 10, but you better make sure the 11 don't push the 5 at all, because then it will push the 12.
Yeah, you don't want to catch the 5 ball. Going in with that 11.
He's going to take a foul if he doesn't hit this 9, but he's trying to hit it 2 rails. It's going to be close. All right, so
minus.
We do have a minus now. Three to -1.
So you have to come off the 9 here. Can he pay the 9 2 rails, or does he just want to?
Yeah, just put the cue ball back where he had the last trap at, maybe.
Yeah.
But try to get it to that second diamond frozen, you know. Try to get it real close to the rail this time. That's a good shot. But he won't be kicking at the 9 this time. Do you think he should just clip the 15 here, Nick, then? And I mean,
yeah, I think just clip the 15 and try to get it up above the 4. Get close to the 9 over there where, unless you're going to disturb the balls too much, because if he leaves him low, he's going to be in the same spot again. You know what I mean? He'll just chip him and go back into him. He's got to get it up high, close to that 9 if he chips a 15, but he might leave him across corner bank. He may have to move the balls too much there. Well, first of all, what's wrong really with kicking hard at the 9? Try to catch 2 rails and stick it there and move the damn 9.
well, yeah, well, he caught a piece of the 9. It was from the 10. I didn't like shooting that shot elevated. As a matter of fact, I didn't like shooting it at all. But
I'd rather kicked at the 9
if he
2
missed
rails.
if he missed the 9, he
but-
would have been clear, though.
Yeah, he's just going to block him. Well, I'd like to kick 1 rail at that stripe by EFREN's hole off the end rail.
From the in rail? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you didn't get to it.
Unless he's, I guess, thinks he can hit enough of the. Oh, wow.
How about this for a shot?
I didn't know he could hit that much of the 2. That's outstanding.
That's a great shot.
It was a good shot.
He's going to give EFREN 1, but he's going to be back to 0 now, where he was -1. So,
Well, you could hit the 12 and spread out a few balls and leave him on top of the 5 or the 12. Yeah, I like that.
well, there's 10 balls on the table, and Labutis needs 8 of them to win this game, where EFREN needs 4.
That's always a comforting thought when you look at the scoreboard and the guy has to beat you 8-3. I always like those odds really well.
Yeah. Good
But
place
as
to
long
be.
as the balls are down here in play, it's not as big the score's big, but as long as they're on this end of the table, it only takes one mistake to either lose or make it close. So. He just going to knock a 2 to the rail and stick him on the 5, I guess. He's looking to try to double him up on that 14-15 and playing off the 11, knock the 11 2 rails his side of the table. He don't want to leave that cross corner on that 15 for EFREN. I don't know if did he get there? Maybe.
Not sure.
EFREN, is he just going to hit the 8 and stick it, or?
Can't really. I don't think he's going to try to push anything over there. He definitely is not going to play the 15 ball. I don't think he can even see it, the whole ball. What do you like doing here, Nick?
Well, you can hit the 8 ball and just stick him between the 6 and the 5. Just draw back an inch or 2 and nestle him in there. But I don't know if
that's a
he's
cross bank on a 6 maybe now. Maybe, I'm not
He
sure.
might have.
If he does, he's got to come up high and get to, what is it, 11 past the 5 maybe, if he gets to it.
I can't tell from this angle.
Yeah, it's really close. If it does, you cross bank and play to the 11 then, right? For position.
I might come up for the 2. I don't know how fast this table is, but the natural speed might be to come up and get straight in on the 2. No, it's not that fast, is it?
Wow. Well, I guess you'll know if the 11 would have gone now, because EFREN's probably going to bang it into the 6, right?
Yeah, I
Was he
thought
playing
he
a
might come off at stride 15.
He's playing a billiard to the 6?
Yeah. Oh, he double kissed it.
Yeah, that was weird. I was saying, is he playing a billiard to it? Now he's got the 6, he's got the 15, but what first problem he's got is this ball's really in the hole pretty far.
Yeah, you just come up for the 15 and
Yes.
then try to come across.
Yeah, I agree.
If something goes.
He's literally got 5 open balls here.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore. I think he has to go into the 5 and split the 5-13, but he probably make one for EFREN here.
Well, this
that
reminds me of
combo's
that
laying
shot.
pretty good.
Reminds me of that shot that he missed going back and forth.
He can get above that. I didn't know he could. I thought he fell too thin, but
I think the key note here is, can he push the 5 with a cue ball, or does the 5 go?
from here it don't look like it goes. He looks like he's trying to figure out. Well, no,
He's going to play the combo.
Oh, shows you what I can see. I thought he was going
he's
the other way on that ball.
He's going to have to draw back. Here, you better commit to this ball drawing back to get to the 5. There you go.
Wow, did he fall good on that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well,
that angle had to be almost flawless. And
he needed 8 of the 10 balls that were out there. There's 7 out there now, and he needs 4 of them.
Where do you go here? You go up for the 14 or the 9?
No, I'm playing the 12. Just leave myself an angle. You know, with tighter
Why
pockets, you got to
wouldn't
wonder.
shoot? Why
I don't
wouldn't
know
you
if he
shoot harder there
and draw back for the
and
12.
get on the 14?
Oh, okay.
This is way harder here on these tight pockets, and he didn't get there either.
Well, he's going to shoot it.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time getting position.
Yes, I agree. But one thing he can't do, well, say he can't, but if he shoots this ball here, he's going to draw to the side rail. He's not going to, if he's trying for position for the 9, he's not going to scratch in that side where the 9's at.
Well, here you got to make a choice where you want the cue ball. That's going to determine how hard you got to shoot it.
He's gonna put some stuff on this ball. Wow, the 2 got him. That was critical.
Well, he can play the 2 ball, 2 rails, or 1 rail. He's still got pretty decent shots.
Well, he's not gonna play the 7. That we do know.
One thing nice about playing the 2 ball, 2 rails, you can control the cue ball a lot better. 1 rail, you got to turn it loose a little bit. Yeah, he's going to play a 1, I think.
Watch the cue ball.
Hit it awful good, though.
He sure did. Well, that was a good shot. And
do you just kick us in off that far rail over there?
Well, your opponent only needs the 1 ball. The 2 wins the game.
Oh, I thought he needed.
Efren's got no choice
He's got
here.
to shoot then. And they're playing the rules here. If that ball can't go off the table, can it?
Yeah, that's what they had said earlier. Yeah.
Or else it counts for your opponent.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. It come up in the last match with Scott Frost.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. And he made sure he checked the ruling with the head referee, with Ken Schumann. And he confirmed it to him. Well, I mean, what choice do you have? You got to cut the 7. And even with that, what do you do next? Maybe you have an angle that you can get the ball out. It looks pretty deep. You know, does he need 2 balls instead of needing 1? Didn't I say he needed 8 out of 10?
Yeah, you did. That's why I said,
They originally what happened, I think our score was off by 1.
Oh.
He needed 7 out of 10 instead of 8 out of 10.
Because I was going to say, if that's the case, you just kick at that 1 rail off the side rail over there.
Well, I seen him looking at the side of the ball like he was looking for position for the 7 after the 2, and I got a little confused there. But he did have 1 before he started.
Yeah, if that's the ball you needed, why would you not road that ball in? He hit it real hard.
Right. I mean,
Oh, no, that was a bank. He rode the bank close to the hole. That's right. The 1 rail, he rode it to the hole. That makes all the sense in the world. He hit it good, too. It's the other one where he ended up having to play the bank that he fired in pretty good. Well, Labutis finds himself on the hill here against EFREN. EFREN has to feel like after jumping out 4 to -1, he has to feel like he let that get away.
And, you know, EFREN lost the first game on his break, too. Now, this is this will be Labutis' break, and he's breaking for the match.
Yeah. Well, Labutis has a loss, so it's do or die for him. EFREN doesn't have any losses.
We're working over the rack here to try to get these balls tight.
Yeah, the one thing that always worries you in one pocket, like if he's going to break from this left rail like he did last time, you're always concerned about leaving your opponent a shot on that 2 ball coming out and leaving your opponent a shot on that 2. It's been behaving itself so far, but he's breaking pretty far out, which that's you usually move more from the rail if you're concerned about the 2 ball coming out. Now, if you make a ball in your pocket here, do you get to continue shooting? What's the rule?
You got to re-rack.
Re-rack, yeah.
Yeah. If he makes a ball on the break into his pocket, it will not count, and the balls get re-racked. He's moving the ball in here. They are playing anything that touched the line, so that not this particular thing, but anything touching the line is forward.
Yeah, he moved in a little, not too much of him. Maybe not any, I don't know. He was off pretty good before.
Let's see how far up the rail he gets the cue ball.
Yeah, he's going to like that one.
That's his best break so far. He went a little far here. He's allowed EFREN to get the cue ball underneath the 6.
Yeah, can EFREN cross that 8 and put him right there, down there on the end rail by that 6?
It's the 4, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, the 4. Can he?
Yeah, I think
he can even bank it over to his side.
I think he's going to bank it into the stack and put the cue ball to the 6. There you go.
Yeah,
how about that one? It slid underneath. He left a shot.
I don't know about that.
He's got the 6 ball.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
hold on a minute. Can he
went a little hard.
Yeah, he can cut this 6.
Yeah, you're right.
He's acting like he don't even see it. We had this happen the first match. Boy had a straight-in shot and didn't shoot it. This youngster doesn't even see he has a 6 ball that goes right into the hole.
Well, he won't be the first one to overlook it, I promise you.
Hold on a minute. Is he going to turn around? Now he's going to turn around and look at it. Or what is he looking at?
He's only looking at what he's going to do with the 9. Oh, my gosh.
He's not even shooting the 6 ball.
Wow.
If Pat Fleming sees this, that's twice that this has happened. He's got a ball straight into his hole, and he didn't shoot it.
Yeah, you might be in danger of getting fired by your steak cars on that one.
That could be a long walk home there. How did he not shoot that ball?
Well, it shows you how strong your mind is sometimes, where you just you're so concentrating on something. He overlooked the easiest shot in the world.
I'm always looking at every ball, You just never know where they lie at. And what's going to happen to him for not doing that?
Yeah, his break's pretty well neutered with that last shot.
It's history. It's history. He had a good break, and EFREN has got completely out of that nick.
And he's almost reversed it.
He has reversed it.
Now, when you do a shot like that where you overlook that 6 ball, if you rewatch this match yourself, then you want to put on the dunce cap and go sit in the corner.
That happened to that Naoki Oi the first match. He had EFREN spotted a ball, and it was straight in for the guy. He didn't realize it, and he shot up table at a long bank, and he lost the game. But that 6 ball clearly went in. And he had 3 balls loose over there. That's not a point where you're EFREN and say, hey, look, you're shooting the wrong shot, buddy. Here, shoot that 6 that's straight in. What do you think EFREN's sitting there thinking? He's not going to shoot this ball.
Yeah, he's thinking, can I be that lucky?
Well, he was.
Boy, it shows you your train of thought sometime, how brutal. And I know I've had to do it many times myself, but Well, do you knock the 10 in and go down toward the corner and just try to keep him from hitting the 9 solid? Make sure he has to hit the 13 or 11. Or do you soft roll it at the 10 and just try to keep the cue ball from going more than a
Well, the one thing he can
too
do,
far?
a lot of the issue that he has here is this ball running up above the 10. I mean, you can always shoot the 7 like you're playing at 2 rails into the stack and hold the cue ball too.
Yeah.
I mean, you shoot the 2 rails into the 4 and you're stopping the ball. Or two rails toward the 4 or the 11.
You got to be lucky there, though, because something could clear where you could leave him across.
He could have a head knocker going straight across with a cue ball. That would have been the last thing I would have thought EFREN would have done. He got a good roll. That ball could have hit and left a 7 ball for sure. He got a great roll, actually.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So you got to think, where is the best place that he could be if he was to leave a shot?
Well, I had to look the stack over here to be sure I don't leave no dead ones, but I think here the shot's going to be either roll the 6 in or just roll it to hit the 6. Even if you don't want to make it, then leave him straight on the 3. That's the big key.
Well, yeah, and if he does that and EFREN does make it, he'll have a straight across bank on the 11. I do like shooting the 6 and rolling it in and leaving the cue ball on the back rail frozen and leave EFREN dead straight on the 3 ball.
Yeah.
I
just have to check how this
straight.
ball lines up. Be sure you don't leave no
angle
dead
for sure.
ball. Wow, I don't know why he would do this. He's actually left him some angle. Of course, I doubt if he's going to shoot at this. This is a monster shot. And plus,
I'm not sure he can get through there. It did cost him a foul. I'm not sure EFREN could shoot the 3 if he wanted to. It's pretty close. But if he wanted to, would you shoot the 3?
No, probably not.
I don't think I wouldn't either.
He's trying to get it underneath that 3, but
well, a couple options here now. You can cross the 6 and send it toward the 2, 11, and 13. You can shoot the 3 and try to knock the 6 out, but the problem that you have is leaving a cross bank and control of the table. What's your option, Nick?
well, you got a million options here. You can kick a rail first behind the 6. You can hit the 3 and float down to the end rail. Or you can try to maybe hit the 5 and put him on the end rail. I kind of like coming off that 5 if it's not a scratch.
Well, I don't think it's
maybe get something loose on your side. He's going after the 3, isn't he?
Well, he got lucky to tie that ball up.
Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to go into it, but I'm not sure that it turned out okay.
EFREN's not going to shoot that 3 ball because the 10 ball's over there, and that's going to send the cue all over toward the 10 if he shoots the 3. Unless he puts bottom on it and draws it, but the whole inside is going to be a high ball. I'm just going to send him to the back rail here and try to put the 3 toward his hole. Watch that 10 ball.
He's trying to stop it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about was the 10. I don't like shooting.
He did a pretty good job if he can't cross it, but the 10's not too hard, but there's not much reward shooting a 10, I don't think. Yeah, and I think, can he go rail first and dig that out of there?
Yeah, but if he doesn't clip it, hit it perfectly clean, the problem he's going to have is a scratch on the back side of it. And now he got it out a little far. It's a little easier to get that ball out, right?
Yeah, he made
has
that
back
shot
rail
look
option.
pretty easy. He didn't.
Can he kick behind it now? Yeah, he can kick behind it.
I don't know.
He can hit the back rail. You don't even have to hit the side rail.
I'm not sure he can hit the end rail here, go underneath it.
Okay, I thought maybe he can get past the 5 and hit the back rail. He's not surely looking to bank this, is he?
He might have left a bank there.
He left a free shot for sure.
But nothing really goes.
No, the 10 ball got spotted and blocked a 9. He owed one. Boy, that's a good time to spot a ball.
Yeah.
Never going to play a bank combo. It's tough from that angle.
Yeah, it is a little tough angle. Well, and plus, I don't know how you protect on that 11 after you hit the 13 with it. Is he going to play this 10 off a 7 or?
Possibly.
You might have left him a shot on this 13 here.
I don't know. It's pretty tough. Even if he did, getting to the ball would be tough. You'd have to have a double bridge. That's way up there.
I don't know. Seems like there's a little bit of gap there, but maybe not between that 3 and 4.
Yeah, but
There might not be enough room to make it. That might be the
the
saving grace.
The 11's closer to the cue ball than what the 13 is, so it's going to be. I don't think it's much angle in there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, here I'd play this, and I'd try hard to make this 9 here. I'd spin it. And maybe try to catch the outside of that 7. The far side of the 7. Or you can maybe just cross it without being in danger of double kissing it. I guess he couldn't do that.
He almost hit the 11.
Yeah, he come close.
I'm at a loss for what to say to shoot here because, I mean, it's the 6 ball is just not really something.
You might have to just thin the 2 here and go back up toward the. Just thin the 2 and try to come up to this 3rd diamond.
Well, you can leave. You can leave the 10 ball then. What do you think about shooting the 6 ball 2 rails into like the 3 area and draw back to the back rail?
Yeah, that probably that might be a good shot too.
If you get the cue ball back where it's at right now, just I can't quite tell the angle about hitting before the side pocket. But you definitely
I think
have to hit
it'll miss the 2 and the 9, but it's going close to him.
I think he's trying to shoot the 9 and push the cue ball into the 5 and send a 9 toward his whole 3 rails. That's what he did. Wow, we'll look at it here. Did he leave the 2? He did.
If EFREN can, I don't know if EFREN can get. He's running into the 1 here, but he's got a good shot on the 2. But I don't know if he can get to the end rail to bank F14.
Well, that's
he's
right.
hitting that 1 pretty thick. But anyway, he's trying to get down there.
Good call, Nick. That was tough. I'll tell you one thing, he's not in an easy position here either.
No, you got to think here, sir. You got to think here. Maybe he's looking this way. Maybe he's. He gonna try to make a 14 here. He might have a free shot. He might be able to soft bank the 11, and then he'll have this other stripe to bank for his hole. No, it's too. No, it's lined up straight for the hole here, so that's out of the question. I think all you can do here is play safe off the 1 and come across just not far enough to leave him a bank on that 11 about this first diamond. And try to get that 3 to come out on your side of the table.
Tough one.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah,
I don't think
nip the 1.
Just play safe here.
Just don't go too far. You leave the cross bank on the 11.
Are they playing foul on all balls here?
No, I don't think so. I think it's if you move more than 1 ball.
He could bank this for his hole, and he might be able to play safe. At 1-9 blocks the whole hole. Maybe if you draw it, he might get a shot on this green stripe.
Well, the 1 ball might spin in now.
Yeah, it's close.
I don't see anything else he can get there. You have to shoot the 1 and come back for the 14.
Can he cross a 14 and knock that stripe in? But it'd be better if you could make the 1 and get position.
The 1 ball will give him a better angle for the 14. He'll just be farther away.
Yeah. He has been banking pretty good, I say that.
Maybe he can't get the 1. It sure does look like there's more than a third of a ball separated from the closer than the 9, which makes me think he can get it. Maybe it's like that 6 ball, he just doesn't see it. No, he's looking at it now. And he's passing it, looks like.
Yeah, evidently he don't think it goes, and it probably doesn't.
He's not doing anything but kicking out. He's playing safe.
Well, EFREN might have a kiss off this 1 for his hole and then block
Shoot the 1
with
and roll.
all them balls.
1 off the 9 and roll the cue ball forward.
Yeah.
Cross bank the 1 off the 9, cross it toward his hole and roll the cue ball forward.
Yeah, I think.
He's passing on the 1 ball too.
Yeah. I guess it's going too long, I guess. What about banking the 3 and let... No, he can't do that.
He's going to shoot the 12 and just slow roll it to the rail, the cue ball. Well, still, I mean, there is an instant, simple safe here.
Well, you can kick it to 15. He didn't shoot the 1 before. Yeah, you could cross this 12 and put him on the end rail and get to 12 pretty close to your hole. He looks like he's going to kick. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, shooting a 10 ball definitely is not anything that he can do. Try to kick, just try to kick and make a good hit on the 12, or take a foul.
Yeah.
There's another one. Let's go -1 again. You know, if I'm going to take a foul, I want to make sure I get the most of it.
You're going to be froze here.
There's the problem. You don't take the most of it, you're going to get the worst on the next shot.
Got to take another foul here. Or you could kick toward 11, I guess.
That's what I would do. I mean, you got a chance at leaving a cross break at a 12, but at this point you're on one foul. He needs to definitely make a ball hit a rail after contact. That's short. That's short. That's 2 fouls.
It's amazing how often I was thinking when he shot that, boy, you got to aim deeper than you think. That shot, how many people come, I mean, he came up so sharp. You can come up almost and hit the 14 there and you're okay. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, also,
that's 4 or 5 inches away.
EFREN took a foul.
Yeah.
But the key thing I think here was
now he's on 2.
Yeah. The key thing I think with EFREN was that Labutis had when he was kicking at that 11, he was directly over a ball and he couldn't hit the left side of the ball to try to lengthen the angle, to shorten up the angle to come toward 11. He couldn't get there. Now,
why couldn't he just aim deeper toward the
well, he could have changed his angle of hitting.
I mean, I don't know.
He's going at it again. He's on 2 fouls here, too.
Yeah.
He's good now.
That's what he should have done the last time.
Exactly.
You can't hardly go too long on that shot. It's almost impossible.
Adjust your angle. But where he was aiming at, he hit no left. That angle was just not going to get there for him. Where's EFREN going here?
He's got him on the defense.
Well,
he might have to kick underneath the 10.
Exactly.
Here.
Kick underneath the 10, kick and stick. But, when you do that, EFREN's going to nip the 1 and put you back up by the 7 or back up where he's at now. But you got to let this trap set out for another inning or 2.
Yeah, you can't get in no big hurry here. Well, you want to always remember on this table, you can put them on the end rail.
That's always an option. That's always an option. Wow, and he made it in EFREN's hole.
Wow.
And played shape for him.
That worked out good.
No, he can't make the 4.
Robert Lewis, table 36. Robert Lewis, table 36. You are on the clock.
Hey, Tom. Yeah. Oh, no. You need to tell him not to come.
All right. We are back. EFREN has wore that little wall out over there.
Yeah, so far he hasn't got a good result. The guy's like a cat. He's got 9 lives.
he keeps on going at it. He don't care that he's going to just stay a ball lost the whole rack. All right, folks, please share the stream, buy the pay-per-view. We are at the Derby City Classic. This is a Pat Fleming ACCUSTATS video production, along with Diamond Billiards and the rest of the sponsors, Outsville, Master Chalk, Simonis Cloth, and Aramith Balls, and many other sponsors. You're watching EFREN Reyes versus Labutis.
Is he going to have to run into him off that second rail? No.
Good shot.
I don't think he got a shot.
Got expert commentary from 8-time world champion Nick Varner. You've had many nicknames over the years, Nick. I'm glad your nickname that I give you is good friend.
Well, thank you, Bobby. That goes 2 ways.
All right, he's going to play the yellow striped and the yellow solid ball in order here. He did not make the stripe, though. That's just not classic EFREN, is it? I think
nothing goes. He's going to have to play the 1-5, so sometimes you just get frustrated and don't bear down, because the best I think that could happen there, he gets to play the 1-5. I think I'd just roll the 3 and go up there close to that stripe, or go straight ahead if I have to. Just don't keep him off the 7. Don't leave him a choice on the 7, banking the 7 for his hole. But I just hit that 3 and row. I'd like to go down more toward that stripe, but if I can't, straight into the rail looks okay to me. What do you see there?
I don't know. I like shooting the 15 and putting it over behind the 9. But the main thing, he's got to get a rail here, and he did. Okay. I mean, is EFREN going to slow kick this 4?
I don't like that. I don't like the kick on the 4.
Well, if not, he's going to thin the 9 and just put the cue ball over on the side rail parallel to the 1. He's only got 2 options here to try to still remain a trap. That ball come up a little high, but I think he's going to be okay. I mean, to be honest with you, Nick, at this point, I don't mind rolling that cue ball into the 10 if I'm that youngster. You just tell EFREN, just go ahead and go after it. I don't like shooting this and going between the 2 balls here. If he taps one, he's going to sell out. That's a good shot, though.
You're breaking one of my cardinal rules,
Which
Bobby.
one? Which one?
Never dare your opponent to beat you.
If he's going to make a shot like that, then I don't mind the long flight home. I've had that happen to me. But I don't mind it. I mean, when EFREN can hurt you many different ways, but the least desirable way you want to go is giving them the opportunities, and distances is always seems to be the thing that works the best, is to leave the guy as far away from the shots as you can.
Until the guy makes one.
Then you're in trouble.
Well, that 3's no good for him. I would have moved it a long time ago. And now he's not in such a great position to move it, but I still would see if it's possible without selling out. Of course, he can still do what you said, but man, the 3's going to be a free shot. He just rows it down there. And
well, yeah, but the angle he had before, he could have left him right at the rail where the 10 was. Well, how about it this way?
Yeah, I like that.
That's
what I was thinking.
And you were saying move to 3. That's a good idea.
Well, the only danger there, he hit it real good. The result's real good because he didn't get the double kiss and he didn't get it too thin.
And he's got him tree topped here. He's got him over top of the 10 ball.
Well, a little bit, but not a whole lot. He's got plenty on that left. Well, no, look like you might
got
be
him pretty
right.
close.
I thought he could hit with left English.
He'll be fine. He's going to roll the cue ball past the 8. We get a rub here. He did get a rub. No, there's 2 options here. Well, there's 3 options. You can kick behind the 3. You can make the ball. You're not going to do that, or you can forfeit, and neither of that's not going to happen either.
I don't know if can he get behind the 3 here. I guess he can. He looks like it.
Boy, it was thin though, wasn't it? Well, I don't think he's going to like the rest of this one. I think this is the time where EFREN buries him, sticks him behind the 4 or something. It's going to be really hard to get out of. Well, he's not happy here, did it?
Well, he laid down a bunt. he wanted to hit that and get it at least to the rail.
Well, I mean, he's got a tough shot get behind the 3, but what he can do again now is shoot the 1 and get behind the 3. Is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot the 12.
The 12, can he?
Well, maybe that'll roll the cue ball to the rail here. Did he get past it? Boy, he got a little teeny rub on the 4, too.
Yeah.
Surprised he got a rub on the 4 and that ball still held the angle.
Well, he's going to knock this in, so he's going to get him out of the hole.
He tried to corner hook him. There's the ball spots after all that. I think that's 4 fouls that Labutis has had. He's finally back to 0.
Well, I know what I'd do is if that 8, I don't think the 8 banks, so I'd roll him toward the 10.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I would send the ball up table. It's time for that again. He's got nothing at his hole. Well, maybe he's going to shoot the 12 and go behind the 3 somehow. How about this? He got a good bump.
Yeah, he hit it good.
That was a good shot.
But I'd rather try to keep him down table, not move him up table.
Well, as you
That's
discussed,
why I would have shot at the 10.
You said a great point from the beginning of this match. Is if the balls go up table, then the match would favor EFREN for sure. And EFREN's got a lead 3-0.
Except for one thing, unless this guy's a real straight shooter, he's liable to shoot him. One thing about it, you can
look at this
wow,
two-railer.
Look how nice he hit this. Wow, nice shot, EFREN.
And he's upset about it.
Because it didn't fall.
Exactly. I'd be thrilled with the hang up.
Well, you're just not greedy enough for this one pocket, Bobby.
Yeah, I need to get more greedy, I guess. I'm a giving, sharing type of guy. Well, I can tell you what, he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to kick at the 12, and be honest with you, it's going to be hard to put the length on this ball. So you have to straighten it up or do something.
Well, I know one thing. I like EFREN from here because the kick shot is no duck soup.
Nick, I know you've never taken any chances, have you? I would take EFREN from here too, definitely. Well, look,
I'm talking about the position. Any good?
Watch a cue ball. Ooh, he did good. He did good. He knew he was going to give that ball up.
He's got a chance to make his cross corner. He'd like to die the cue ball, though. He might not be able to die the cue ball quite as fast as he likes. But
well, he's just got to get it over there. You don't necessarily have to make it. Yeah, well, that ball did take an angle that was lengthened. You know, from the beginning of this match, not knowing about Labutis' one pocket game, I can tell he's played a little bit. He has come with some decent shots.
Well, you got to go like you told me earlier. I mean, he knows how to play safe. He plays straight pool. I mean, a big part of one pocket at this stage of the game is playing safe.
Yeah.
So we know he knows how to play safe. He may not know all the moves, but it may not come up in the games where he needs to know the moves.
Well, he showed some great shot making, and he's thought out. He's played very deliberate. He has, beside that 6 ball he made a mistake on that he should have shot, he has looked over the table very well. Well, all this, and this guy is pretty much out of this trap.
Well, he's pretty well, in my opinion, if I was leading 4-0, and when these 3 balls get above a side, they can raise the bet, I tell you that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Beat me 8-3 with the balls above those 2 side pockets.
Well, here's the same thing we were at last game. There's 10 balls on the table, and Labutis needs 8 of them, where EFREN only needs 4. Wow, off the point. He banked that off the point.
Wow.
Off the point.
Wow.
Maybe he has played this a little more than we thought, huh? How did you shoot that shot, Nick?
Yeah, that's Russian roulette as far as. But he's at the stage of the game where the gamble's going to pay off.
He might come back across for the 3. He's feeling so good. No? All right.
Well, I think he got where he can play position maybe on the 1 here.
Ooh, I don't know. I think he's going to try to avoid the double hit.
He can spin this with a reverse, I think, can he? Or is he double kiss?
He
might be double kiss.
He's got that angle that is a head knocker.
From looking at my monitor, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Well, he's clear of it.
Yeah. No, he didn't hit the point. He hit the rail.
Okay. Thanks for the replay. It did look like it hit the point.
Yeah, I'm banking the 3 here from my hole. Either that or tap the 10, but we've mentioned that several times. He's never tapped a 10 yet.
Yeah, it would have been a time that he should have several times ago.
The only way I wouldn't shoot the 3 here is if I was going to hit the 6 full. But even if you hit it full, I don't know why that's bad either. Can he play this 2 in the corner? That's 6? And double him up on 8 and 9?
Well,
I guess not.
I don't know. I think he's just going to put him down by his hole.
Yeah, that's what you call the grease and oil here.
This is a game that he just is not going to be able to outmaneuver EFREN. I mean, he could. The home crowd and everybody can look at it. All right, does he bank the 3? Well, you know.
That's why I think he should have. This time, I don't think he can bank a 3, but last time I think I would have banked that 3. This, I think, all he can do is going to be. This may be slow death unless he gets a bank.
I don't think he knows as much about the game, but I would shoot the 7 and cross it over and bring the cue ball back down by EFREN's hole. Put the 7 over by the 3 and the 6, and just send the cue ball back up table. I mean, back down table. I think he's looking at pulling the trigger. What do you think? The 3 ball?
Yeah, well, it's not the worst decision I ever saw. Oh, well.
Well, that's the least thing I would have done is put balls over on EFREN's side.
No, I wouldn't have done that. Now he's left a free shot on the 1.
I think he left a free shot on the 6. Either.
Yeah, this is take your pick here.
He gets position on 13 automatic if he makes this.
A little wide.
Well, you don't think he's not going to shoot this double up for sure.
No, that'd be a little, that's more than aggressive. You might classify that as foolish. Oh, I'd like to play this one, but I'm not sure you can get out of the double kiss. I tell you, one thing he needs to do is get them balls apart there.
That was kind of a bad roll there. It would have been nice
Yeah.
for him to shoot that 1 and nip that 9 or the 8.
Yeah, it's always amazing what goes in when you're not trying to make it. That's to your disadvantage too.
EFREN just really wants to shoot this 1 ball. It's so steep though. He's trying to talk himself out of it, but I think he's still going to take it. He really wants this 1 ball.
Yeah, I like shooting the 1 here. I think it's a free shot with you load it up with reverse.
So I think he's hitting it inside.
That's what I mean. Slow it down. Well, that side pocket could have come in play though.
This could be a free shot for the 7 ball here.
I really don't want to bet my chips on that one. I'm moving the 1. I'm gonna move it over there. Right between the 8 and 9, only about a diamond off.
He can't win the game unless he puts balls back down table. If he's going to clear this ball and keep going up table, then he's not. The odds are against him to close this out.
Yeah, but
If he
this
hits it-
ain't the
if he hits it
time to hit
decent-
the 7. I don't think. I would never shoot the 7 here.
Well, I feel I have to. I just got to try to lay the ball as close to my hole as I can. Have EFREN try to clear it, and if he clears it, then I clear the 1 out. Then, yeah. Okay. Well, he's just going to knock it back up toward the top side of his area.
That's a little too far.
Yeah. Well, now it don't bank now.
Yeah, well, it don't go. I don't think it. Well, yeah, go straight, I guess. Two in the corner.
Classic EFREN and position. Now he wished he would have banked that or pushed that 10 ball earlier. Had about 4 or 5 chances to do that.
Yeah.
Now I think he wished he would have shot that 7 ball.
I don't like a 7. I mean, needs 2.
Playing for
You're going
2.
to slide underneath that 1.
Ooh. Well, if you're for sure going to make the 7, yes. I like shooting the ball and bouncing out and taking a bank on the 6.
Yeah, he can soft spin this.
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to chop at it.
Well, it looks like if he can make this ball, we're going to have a hill match, Bobby. It doesn't
Yeah.
get any better than that, does it?
No, the youngsters break too. Labutis
No, it's
break.
EFREN's break.
EFREN one lag?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look at this back cut. How do you like it? Ooh. Well, he can follow it in, but he's not allowed to knock it off, the cube off the table and make the 1.
Okay. Well, just play safe and just wait. That's all this is about.
He
here.
showed a little bit of patience,
Who?
the young guy. He's got to spot another ball. There you go. All right, well, here's the deal. You know the rhyme. EFREN needs a ball, and his opponent needs them all. He needs 7, and there's 7 on the table.
Bank it across, that's all you can do, and keep him off of where he can't bank that 5.
Well, hitting the 1 ball and putting it back about where it's at now.
I tell you what, this is where you challenge him on this 1 might be worth it. Shooting that 15 in down there, hit the rail and the 3 and the 15 and just challenge him on the 1.
Yeah, I mean,
This is free here, but the 1
Yeah.
ain't necessarily free.
yeah, I like him shooting the 1. The last shot shooting the 1 is leaving the cue ball right there on that rail. That's EFREN.
Well, we
2
got
to 2.
action on the TV table, ACCUSTAT table. Hill.
Yes, Hill.
Sweater's delight. Players don't like it, but at least the losing player doesn't like it.
No.
They like 3-zip better.
Well, yeah, Labutis going to have a clear head here and just figured, you know, he worked hard, got out of negative 4 times that game, fought back, lost the game, and now it's 1 game for the match, and he's got to come out of a defensive shot for the first match because it's EFREN's break.
If he breaks good like he has been, the break's been pretty strong.
Yeah, not too bad here. First simple thing is roll the cue ball into the 4. That's the very first thing. He also has the 1 ball, and he can shoot the 1 and bring the cue ball to the side rail and put him behind the 10. Anything else you see, Nick?
I like just knocking the 4 in.
I'll knock it in the hole. Okay.
Yeah. Or hit a full anyway. He's playing the 1, I guess, and go down by the 10.
Yeah. Nice side spin if he freezes to the back of it, where he
Pretty
can't
nice,
shoot the
pretty
4 or anything
nice.
else. It's a good shot. It seemed pretty good.
Yeah, it might be real good. Well, I probably would take a foul here if I had to. Send him either up table or he might not be able to stay down table. He might not be able to protect on that 10.
If I'm going to take a foul, I'm going to make sure I
Yeah.
get the best of it.
Yeah, he's taking a foul. Going to come up right where he did on the break, but he might have went a little far.
I felt that he did.
So that's -1.
Yeah, and if he kick and stick and clear the 10 here, he's going to leave a crossbank on the 14 plus recontrol the table. So that's kind of a tough one here. Would be nice if he could shoot the 6 into the 10, clearing them both out and draw the cue ball right somewhere between like the 3 and 15 area.
Did he take a break? Oh, he's at the table, isn't he? Is there a time clock here?
Yes, there is.
He doesn't have to take all this risk here.
Well, this is what I just said. If he shot the 10, 6 and 2 to 10, clear him out and put the cue ball between the 3 and 15. He happened to hit the 3, but still, that's pretty good what he did.
Except he left a pretty free bank on this 10.
On the 14? Oh, you're talking about a 10 ball. Okay.
Yeah. He's got to cut it a lot. That's the only bad thing is he don't want to leave him too easy on this 2 now. It's laying where he might have to shoot this hard. I don't think he's going to be able to lay, I guess, at the hole in order to get the cue ball out of play here. Because
Yeah, he's got to draw back to the side rail toward the 2.
ooh, he overcut it.
Well, he got fortunate he didn't leave the 5, but I'll tell you what he did do. He left a 9-13, but the problem is I don't know what he can do with the cue ball if he can lay it right on the 8. and not leave the 5.
Well, if I was going to take any chance, it'd be on the 4 and trying to sneak it by the 15 close to my hole, or else try to knock a 12 close to my hole. You see something you like better than that?
Well, until I looked at the angle again, I had liked the 9-13, but the problem is the 5 could be back cut it. So shoot the 10 is roll it behind the 5. A little closer than that, though. It was important to get tight to the 5 there.
Well, it wasn't too bad, though. Do you drive at 10 and just put him over here at the middle diamond and try to cut off the 4? He's
bank the 1 ball.
For the 1.
You banked the 1.
3 rails, huh?
Yeah, spin the cue ball.
What if you run into the 10?
Spin the cue ball.
You got it short enough.
Well, this changed the whole complex of the game now. The 14 is going to be moving. Efren's got him. Labutis is up against the rail, so shooting the 10 get behind the 1's really risky.
Well, he can play that 14 2 rails and try to get him over there by the chalk.
Yeah. Well,
maybe he can get some speed on it where he gets something. Ooh.
Yeah, this is a shot I didn't like.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't
because, too many things can go. He hit it awful good.
Yes, he did.
But if he can hit this 14, it's no good.
He's thinking the 14 is his whole advantage to the whole rack. He's protected it twice.
The 2's his only advantage.
Yeah.
The 2's his only big. Now the 10's in play a little bit. But
yeah, the 14 banks in.
Now if he can't hit the 14, then he's okay. I thought he could cross this 14 even and make it.
I think he can cross the 14.
Bump the 2, stop for that stripe, and you can run 8 and out.
He's going to have to put some inside on it to bump the 2, for sure. And to get the cue ball out of the way. He's got the 12, like you said. Look at there. You're right, Nick. Open up for the 12. Now he needs to get this ball just short of the center of the table somehow.
Yeah, you called that right. He gets in the center of the table. He's in the driver's seat.
He's got to come up 2 rails above the 1.
This is a hard shot. It ain't simple.
Yeah, 2 rails above the 1, center table, and this is really good.
People don't realize, a lot of players don't realize how great that shot was there now.
Yeah.
He didn't have a natural angle to get up there.
Now, here's the decision here. I mean, I really like shooting the 1 and bouncing out and try to get a better angle for the 4 than what he has. I don't like shooting the 4 or something going into the stack right now. I'm going to get the undisturbed balls first.
Yeah, he just got to pound it.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit this a little bit. I'd shoot the same shot again. Shoot the 4 and pound back out for the 5.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the only thing he could be thinking is shooting the 5 and drawing into the 3 and getting the 15 next. No, I don't like that either.
No, I don't like that.
If he shoots the 4 and falls straight on the 5, where he can't do nothing, he could always bank the 3 toward his hole and stick the cue ball behind the 15 and play position.
He needs to come across a little further than he is now on the 5 so that he can go 2 rails and get on that 2. And he might be able to come up for the 10, but I like to get on the 2 myself.
Well, he's going to do the 2 now.
He might have got on the 2 right now.
Yeah.
But now he's a little. Can he get up for the 5? Maybe he can.
Sure. Dead center table. No, he just maybe he's got the 13.
He's got the 10s. What he's got.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he may still have a piece of the 5 he can cut in.
Oh, can he hit the 5?
It's very close.
He could hit the 5 from.
That's what I was saying where he stopped at. I didn't know if he was going to play the combo, but maybe he can get a piece of the 5.
Wow.
Even if he overcuts it, he's okay because he's sending the cue ball back over here. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a great shot. What's he playing for here? He's got 6, I believe. Score says 5, but I think he's got 6. All right, he owed 1. All right.
Now, do you kind of row? Well, no, I don't think you can. Do you row into the 9 and 13 here and maybe make the 13?
Well, you do that, and you got to draw to the side rail. You got to avoid the 7 here. There's 8 balls on the table, which says he has 7, but really he only has 6 because he owed 1. He threw that in. Good shot. No, he owed 1.
Well, what I do here probably.
Well, they're saying it's 8 and out, but EFREN owed a ball. They're saying he owed 1, but there's 7 balls on the table, and okay, well, they got the wrong score, and they're going to call it a match. We got the right score up here, and they got the wrong one.
Well, I enjoyed it, Bobby.
Yeah, Nick, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This has been a Pat Fleming AccuStats video production live from Caesars Southern Indiana Casino and Hotel in Elizabeth, Indiana. Certainly one pocket and bank pool country for sure, right?
Yeah, you might say this is the heart
Yeah.
of bank pool.
Muhammad Ali and Kentucky Fried Chicken. We got it all here, and obviously the Kentucky Derby. But also what we have is the Derby City Classic, 24 years running strong. On behalf of AccuStats Video Productions by Pat Fleming, Diamond Billiard Tables, Outsville Chalk, Simonis Cloth, and Aramis Tournament Balls, and all the rest of the sponsors. And on behalf of 8-time world champion Nick Varner, this is Bobby World Pro Chamberlain signing off, and we'll see y'all in the next match.